Hello everyone, it's your buddy Sven here, once again coming at you with another Warframe video. Now today we will be talking about something new that came in pretty recently actually. We're going to be talking about, some more Syndicate stuff. Now some of you may be a little tired about me talking about Syndicates, but this is actually something pretty important. Now I'm going to be covering the new primary weapons that have come with an update within this past week. It's pretty exciting. I'm just going to go left to right, make things pretty easy, and I'll be talking about each of the weapons and how they basically are pretty big improvements in quite a few cases. So we're just going to start with Steel Meridian, go offerings. And we have the Vacor Heck. Now the Vacor Heck is locked before you hit rank 12. This is the same way with every other Syndicate weapon out there. I believe they're the highest XP required weapons in the game, which makes me a little bit sad because these are the only weapons I can't get a hand on. I'm within 10k of hitting rank 12, but it makes me a little bit sad that I can't quite get my hands on a few of these Syndicate weapons because they're pretty dope. A lot of puncture damage, a lot of impact damage coming off this Vacor Heck because I think this is per shell. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Quite a decent critical chance on this one. The big difference between the Heck and the Vacor Heck, in my opinion, is the crit chance. It's pretty massive. There are some crit builds for the Vacor Heck that are really effective from what I've seen. My friend's been messing around with the Vacor Heck. He knows who he is. But yeah, overall, very exciting weapon to see. Next up, we have the Arbiters of Hexus, and what, in my opinion, was it was okay. It's the Telos Bolt. Now, it's not that the Boltor is bad. It's a really nice puncture rifle. For those of you who have used an auto rifle, you've probably messed around with the Boltor before. It's a pretty universal weapon. The Boltor Prime sees a lot of use. It's not the fact that... It's not the stats I have a problem with. It's not even the fact that it was the Boltor that got a Syndicate weapon, despite the fact that it just seems like everyone's kind of used it or has the Boltor Prime. It's just... It feels really, really lackluster to me for whatever reason. I can't exactly explain why, but it just does. Overall, though, it's a really nice thing. Its magazine is 90. That's pretty dope. Nice status chance. Really good fire rate. Overall, I don't know if I'd pick that over the Boltor Prime, but that's just my opinion. Now, I'm a little bit biased because those of you who know me, I'm a huge Cephalon Suda fanatic. They got the Synoid Simular, which is really cool because not only do you have the little Cephalon logo right here, it's just... I like the Simular. There's also a little one right there. And also that's the Manifold sigil down there. But overall, it's a magnetic damage only, which I find kind of cool because by default it says cold and electricity combo damage, which is really, really nice. And overall, it may not be the greatest weapon in the world, but I just think it's really cool that we got kind of one of the unique weapons for one of the Syndicates. It's different than just getting a bow or something. The Simular, it really isn't a weapon quite like the Simular in my mind, so having a Syndicate version of it was really cool. Also, going out for Cephalon Samaris, trying to get it through his means was kind of cumbersome in my mind, so having this for the 125,000 standing at rank 5, I know that might not be the best or ideal, but it sure beats Samaris in my mind. Next up, we're going to go to the Perrin sequence. He's going to pop up saying, am I betting against them? Maybe I am, dude. The Sekira Penta. We got a Penta rework. Not a rework, but a redo. Impact and blast damage. This is one of the only weapons I know of in the entire game that does an actual damage type in addition to a default element type. That's pretty cool. Remind me if the Penta does that on its own. I haven't used the Penta in a very long time. But overall, really cool. I like the design of it overall. Pretty sleek. Good damage item. The Penta definitely does have its uses. It's not my type of weapon, but that's just how it is sometimes. Yeah, it's definitely an alarming weapon. It has that right. It's a grenade launcher. I don't know what you'd expect. Moving on, we have the Red Veil. Red Veil's kind of mad at me at the moment, but they got the Rocta Cernos. Now this thing is a Corpus Destroyer, in addition to the fact that its design is beautiful. I always loved the way the Cernos bow is designed, both in its arrows and the actual bow design. The impact damage is ridiculous. That crit chance is massive on it, 35% by default. This thing is ridiculous. Its reload speed is a 0.6. I believe my friend said that he got it down to a 0.3 reload speed, which is ridiculous. ridiculous. This thing, honestly, my friend has said that it compares to the Paris Prime and the Dread. So we might be looking at a new contender for best bow in the game. Definitely against Corpus, it would be the best bow in the game. Anywho, the Raktaseranos is a solid weapon. Next up, we're going to finish up with the New Loka. New Loka despise me.
Just like the rest, tainted and ruined beyond salvation.
Yes, I get it. You don't like me. Sancti Tigres. So 2 shotguns got a nice little touch-up, which really is nice because we got the shotgun rework. A very beautiful design coming out of the New Loka. Very rare that I congratulate the New Loka on anything. I don't like the Syndicate. But a lot of slash damage comes with, by default, over 1,000 slash damage. This thing has ridiculous damage. This thing is absolutely insane. If you know how the Tigres works, it's a double-barreled shotgun. That one click will fire its entire clip, and its clip is only 2. I shouldn't say entire clip because you can modify the clip size. It just double shot really quick, but you can hold down the mouse button for one shot and then release it for another shot. Overall, that is, the duplex auto trigger. But over 1,000 slash damage by default. Crazy good weapon. All these Syndicate weapons are really good, honestly. So that about wraps up the overall Syndicate weapons. If I have to give my favorite and least favorite, I have to give my favorite probably, even despite the fact that the Syndicate hates me, I have to give it to this Raktaseranos, because they turned my favorite bow design into a really viable weapon, and something that, in my mind, will be seeing a lot of play. I'll have to go pick myself up one of these when I hit 12. This thing is absolute beauty, and in my opinion, like, just utter perfection in a bow. My least favorite would probably come from Arbiters of Hexus, which, I hate to say it, but the Telos Bolt just feels underwhelming when compared to the rest of the Syndicate weapons. That might just be me. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. Anywho, that'll about wrap up this video. So if you like what you heard, please leave a like down below. That helps me out so very much. And hit that big red button down below. Subscribe to my channel. See my videos when they come out. Anywho, this has been Sven. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.